Today in this video, I'm going to show you how we can create an entire SaaS from the ground up only using AI. And we will include all the complex stuff like building the backend, the front end, authentication, adding a database, storage, payments using Stripe, OpenAI integration, and a lot more. And what exactly is that we are building, you ask? Well, as you might already know, Ghibli styled images and action pack figure kind of images are now the trending or buzz thing in the AI space. And today in this video, we are going to create a SaaS product that allows users to upload their normal photo and turn it into a Ghibli styled image or a action pack figure kind of a photo. And not just that, they can also go ahead and generate images from scratch using AI and also make any other edits to the photo using AI. So this right here is the SaaS that we are about to build in this video. And here we have a nice hero section, a navigation bar with a couple of these links and buttons. Here we have demo of 2 images and we have that subtle floating effect as well. As we scroll down, here we have a couple of these cards, and here you have the sample section where you can find some of these images. And for now, I have added some dummy images in here, and here you have the pricing table, a CTA, and also the footer. And now first thing first, we need to sign in, right? For that, I can click on the sign up button right here and first register for a new account. And we have incorporated authentication using Clerk into this app. So all you gotta do is to click on this Google button, or you can go ahead and register using email and password, or even connect to your GitHub account. In this case, I'll select the Google option. And now I can select the email and click continue. We are now logged in, and towards the top, I can find a user profile icon and I can manage my account, see all the active devices, change password, change the avatar, add connected emails, and do all that kind of stuff in there. And now that we are logged in, if I scroll down, I can now go ahead and access the dashboard or even try to subscribe to one of these paid plans. For that, all I gotta do is to click on this Get Pro button right here, and it will now redirect us to the Stripe checkout page. So there you go, Stripe is loaded. And now I can go ahead and put all these card informations in here, and I can go ahead and subscribe to the paid plan. And to generate a new image, all I gotta do is to click on this generate button right here. And here I have 2 options, that is text to image and edit image. And if I want to, I can go ahead and give a simple text prompt and create an image from scratch, or I can even go ahead and upload an image and give a simple prompt to create a Ghibli style image, or let's say a action pack figure kind of a photo. And not just that, if you go to the history page right here, you'll be able to see all the images that we have created, and you can go ahead and view them or even download them as well. Okay, all of that is taken care of. And this right here is the exact product that I'll show you how we can create entirely using AI. So let's quickly get started. So this right here is lovable.dev, and this right here is Clerk. Then we have Supabase, then we have Stripe, and then we also have OpenAI API. And now these are the tools or resources that we will need for our today's project. So first thing first, we need a vibe coding platform, or let's say an AI coding tool to create the entire project, right? And for that, we'll be using lovable.dev. And now apart from lovable.dev, we have a wide variety of other options as well. For example, we have Cursor, Windsurf, Tempo AI, then we have Data Button, Ball.new. I mean, we have a lot of these options. And specifically in this video, I'll be using Lovable. And now if you want to use any other tool, it is also okay, because the flow and the process is going to be pretty much the same. And next up, for user authentication and user management, we'll be using Clerk. And now if you ask me, what is the easiest method to incorporate user authentication, or let's say a hassle-free method to include full-fledged user authentication and management into a SaaS product? The answer is Clerk. I'll talk more about this in a bit. I mean, this is pretty simple. You just drop in a couple lines of code and you have a full-fledged user authentication system enabled in your application. And for today's build, we'll be using Clerk to incorporate user authentication. And I'll show you, I'll explain all of that later in this video. And next up, for incorporating database and also let's say image storage bucket, we'll be using Supabase. And now Supabase is a backend service provider where you can easily create and add a database and incorporate it into Lovable, or let's say the Lovable project that you're working on, because Lovable has direct integration with Supabase. So everything will be taken care of by AI. And next up, obviously, we'll be adding payments to our app. And for that, we'll be using Stripe. So basically how it works is that we will have a couple of these plans within our website, and our users can come ahead and subscribe it and pay it on a monthly basis. And for that, we'll be using Stripe. And next up, for implementing the actual image generation feature, we'll be using OpenAI API. And specifically, we'll be using the latest GPT Image 1 AI model. And now these are all the tools that you will need. And now let's quickly get started. So first thing that you gotta do is to visit lovable.dev, and you can use the link in the description to head over to lovable.dev if you prefer to use this platform and sign up for a new account. And once you log in, towards the center, you will find an input box, and all you gotta do is to describe exactly what you want to build in plain English, enter it in here, and then go ahead and click on the send button, and the AI will start building it for you. And in this case, as I mentioned earlier, we are going to create a AI image generation platform, or let's say a tool that allows users to upload their image and let's say turn it into a Ghibli style photo or action pack figure, or let's say pretty much anything. And we will also incorporate a feature where users can generate image from scratch and also edit as well. So first thing first, I'll go ahead and put the cursor in here, and I'll invoke Aqua, and I can go ahead and say, create a AI powered image generation SaaS where users could upload an image and turn it into a Ghibli styled image, or let's say an action pack figure kind of photo. We will be using GPT Image 1 AI model to incorporate AI image generation features into our app. First up, let's start by creating a sleek looking and modern landing page for our application. Alright, so there you go. Here we have the prompt ready, and I have entered the same. And first up, we'll begin by creating a landing page for our application. And now all I gotta do is to click on the send button right here. And now the thing is, you basically want to go ahead and describe exactly what you want to build in this input box right here. And just in case if you're wondering how I was able to let's say fill or let's say give a prompt like this just by speaking, that's because I use a tool called as Aqua Voice. And now if you want to use it too, you can head over to withaqua.com or click the link in the description below and go ahead and download and install the same. And now what exactly is Aqua, you ask? Well, Aqua is a AI powered voice detection software that you can use to let's say, if you are into vibe coding and stuff like that, you can simply go ahead and press the function key to invoke Aqua, speak whatever stuff that you want to, and as soon as you lift the finger, AI will go ahead and process the voice and then fill it for you. And now that is the reason why this prompt right here is extremely polished and well formatted. As you can see, SaaS, the S is like capitalized. We have all these. Okay, so how it works is that I can go ahead and press the function key to invoke Aqua just like that. And now whatever stuff that I speak right now, the AI within Aqua will capture all of that and process it in the background, or let's say in their backend, and then go ahead and fill it for me. And if I make any mistakes, the AI will go ahead and fix it and then fill it for me. As you can see, we've been talking for some time now, and now I'll go ahead and press the function key. Aqua is processing it, and there you go. See? And now, as you might already know, I repeated the term if I make any mistake twice, and as you can see, the AI processing has done a great job, and it is only included once in here. The AI is really good at sort of formatting the prompt. And now if you want to, you can go ahead and download it and start using it. And again, if you use the link in the description below, you will get a 20% discount as well. So make sure to check out Aqua. And now first up, I'll go ahead and click on the send button. And now Lovable will go ahead and create a landing page for our project. And after that's done, we can continue with development of other features. Alright, so as you can see, the AI within Lovable has started writing the code, and it says, for design inspiration, I'm thinking of sites like Midjourney and DALL-E that have clean modern interface with prominent examples of the transformations. I'll use a color palette with soft blues and gentle purples to evoke a creative and artistic feeling. And now as you can see, it is now writing the tailwind.config.ts file. And now basically the AI will go ahead and create the entire project. And now since we have already given the prompt, the AI will go ahead and build a landing page for us. And once that's done, we can go ahead and further build the product. Alright, so there you go. So this right here is the initial version of the design that Lovable has created for us. So this right here is current one. Okay, all of this looks good except for these broken images right here. So towards the top, we have a hero section. Then we have a couple of these cards with nice subtle hover animations. And then we have some of these see the magic in action, some of these examples, but all of these images are broken. So we will have to fix that. Then here we have a section, or let's say a pricing table. And then we have a CTA and the photo section. All of that looks good, but we have a couple of these broken images. So first we'll go ahead and tell the AI to fix it itself. So if that doesn't work, then we will have to manually give all these images. I can go ahead and say, I'll invoke Aqua and say, all the images on the homepage are broken. Could you please fix it and include some random stock photos for the time being? Okay, and now I can click on the enter button and let's see. So as you can see, the AI has managed to replace all these images with random stock photos for the time being. And all of this actually kind of looks good. And I know it kind of does not really make any sense because these images are nowhere related. But the point is we wanted to, let's say, fill in some images for the time being, but we can come ahead and let's say after we have some samples, we can go ahead and upload the same using this attach button, and we can ask the AI to replace it. But for the time being, this design right here, I mean, all these images and all of this kind of looks good. And now I feel like I want to change the gradient color of this hero section right here. So maybe we can go ahead and ask the AI to, let's say, spice it up and make it a bit more different. We can go ahead and give the prompt and let's see what happens. Could you please go ahead and redesign the hero section of our app, of the landing page? Incorporate some other color instead of the current color and make it attractive, and also add some animations and the floating effect that we have. And now I can go ahead and click on the send button. And trust me, using Aqua makes the whole process way easier. So you don't have to manually type all these stuff. All you gotta do is to invoke Aqua and speak what you want, and the AI will take care of the rest. And another interesting thing about using Aqua Voice is the fact that it pretty much sees everything happening on your screen. Like every content on your screen, the AI can say it. And for the same reason, the accuracy is going to be top notch, and the chances of Aqua making errors is going to be very less. So that's also yet another good thing. And okay, any which ways, let's wait for the AI to do its thing. All right, so this right here is the updated version, and this animation right here is a little too fast, so I need to fix that. So maybe I can go ahead and click on this edit option right here, and let's say select this div. And okay, I can go ahead and ask, could you please slow down the animation? And click on send. And now if you use this edit option, you can go ahead and select a particular element within a page, and then you can make specific edits to that particular element alone. So that is like a really good feature right within Lovable. Any which ways, we'll go ahead and wait for it to, I mean, the hero section somewhat looks good. I mean, it's not totally perfect, but for now I'm happy. So all these cards, the samples, and the pricing page, the landing page, all of that looks good. Okay, in which case we'll wait for it to complete fixing the same. So the AI was having some trouble adjusting the speed of the animation. So I went ahead and asked the AI to remove the animation entirely. So this is how the landing page of our app looks for now. So yeah, all of this looks good. And next up, we can go ahead and incorporate a full-fledged user authentication. And for the same, we'll be using Clerk. So you can go to clerk.com or click the second link in the description below, and you will land on this page right here. And this is Clerk, the most comprehensive user management platform. So first thing first, go ahead and sign up for a new Clerk account. And obviously you can get started without paying anything. And the free plan of Clerk offers up to around 10,000 plus monthly active users. Yeah, you heard that right. As you can see, here we have $0 per month. So 10,000 monthly active users. So even if your app has, let's say, 9,999 active monthly users, you don't have to pay anything. So that is the good thing about Clerk. So it is incredibly easy to set up and start using. So I'll show you that in a bit. So first thing first, head over to clerk.com and, or let's say, click the link in the description below and sign up for a new account. And now once you're logged in, next up, we need to create a new project. And for that, I'll click on this button right here and click on this button that says create application. And I'll name the application, let's say, AI image generator for now. Okay. Whatever be that app that you're building, you can go ahead, enter that name in here, and that is the name that will appear in here. Okay. And next up, the good thing about Clerk is that you can incorporate login using Google, Facebook, Apple, GitHub, Microsoft, Discord, TikTok, Linear, Atlassian, HubSpot, all that with the press of a button. So in this project, let's say I want to incorporate Google login. So all I need to do is to enable the same. So here we have email login. And next up, let's say I also want to incorporate GitHub login into my project, or let's say the app that I'm building. All I need to do is to enable this option. And as you can see, GitHub is enabled. And next up, let's say Apple login, Facebook login. I mean, you can go ahead and add all these logins as you wish. But in this case, I only want, let's say, Google, GitHub, and the regular email password login. So yeah, that looks good. And now all I gotta do is to click on this create application button right here. So there you go. We have successfully created the project right within Clerk. And next up, all you need to do is to add Clerk authentication into the project that you're working on. So in this case, we'll be using Lovable, and Lovable will take care of adding Clerk to our project. So even if you are not using a AI coding tool, incorporating Clerk is as easy as you can imagine. I mean, all you gotta do is to install the Clerk Next.js package. Let's say you are building a project using Next.js. All you need to do is to install the package. Then you can grab the API key and add it in the .env file. Then create a new middleware file and add all this content. Just copy paste it, no modifications to make. And next step, you gotta update the layout.tsx file and just copy and replace the content inside of your existing layout.tsx file. And now that's it. If you restart your application, you will have Clerk authentication done and ready. And next step, you can go ahead and let's say add the sign-in component, or let's say the user button, profile button, and do all that kind of stuff. Okay. So as you can see, okay, look at this. Copy this quick start guide as a prompt for LLMs. Wow. So that's an interesting one. So if you are using AI coding platform, and if you want to, let's say, incorporate Clerk, but let's say the LLM that the AI coding tool is using is not aware of Clerk, you can just copy this master prompt and head back and paste, and hopefully that should have all this information. All right, so that looks good. But in this case, Lovable can do it. So right now we have the project set up. So I'll head back to Lovable and I can go ahead and say, could you please add user authentication using Clerk, and make sure to use the Clerk component for sign in and register. So that is pretty much all I gotta do, and I can go ahead and hit enter. And now let's wait. And now the AI is asking me to sign up for a new account at Clerk and create an application and find the publishable key and pass it in the chat. So I'll head back to Clerk, and here we have the next public key. So I can go ahead and reveal that and copy this one right here. So this is the publishable key. So I'll copy the same, head back to Lovable and paste it in here, and I can hit enter. And now Lovable will use this key to set up Clerk. So let's wait. And now it says I'll integrate Clerk authentication using your provided publishable key, in which ways we'll go ahead and wait. All right, so as you can see, the AI says the Clerk authentication has been successfully integrated into your application, and towards the top right, I can now find a sign in and sign up button as well. So if I click on the sign up button, there you go. Here we have the Clerk authentication pop-up. So if I click on login, here we have the sign in component. That's great. I mean, I just asked Lovable to incorporate Clerk login and passed my publishable key, and here I have a full-fledged user authentication system. And just as to make sure everything works, so right now we don't really have any users in our app. So we'll head back and maybe let's say open it up in a new tab. So here we have our app opened up in a new tab, and I'll click on the sign up button and I'll sign in with Google. So I can select the Google option and a pop-up appears, and all I gotta do is to select the account. So I'll select this email right here. I'll click on continue. Let's see. Okay, that's done. I'm redirected. And there you go. I'm now authenticated and logged in. And the best part, the AI has actually went ahead and incorporated our user button component. And if I click on this one, I can find this user management window right here. So if a person is logged in, they can easily find it out using this button right here. And again, as we are logged in, the sign up and sign in button is now gone. It disappeared and it has replaced it with this user profile icon. And if I click on this button right here, and if I click on this manage account option, I should be able to change my name, add email addresses, connect another account, and also see all these locations from which I have logged in. And if I want to, I can even go ahead and delete the account as well. And now if I want to set a password, I have options for that too. So that is cool. So if I want to, let's say, update my profile picture, I can go ahead and click on this update profile option and change it. So that's pretty cool. I can go ahead and click on the sign out button. And as you can see, we are now not authenticated and we are seeing sign in and sign up button. And now I can go ahead and click on sign in, select Google, and I'll select this email, and hopefully that should be it. You're signing in back. Great. And we are now logged in. Okay, so everything is working. And now if we head back to Clerk and if we go to the use, okay, there you go. Here we have our new user. And if you want to find the list of full users that are currently active in your application, you can move over to this users tab right here. And here you'll be able to find all these details. You can search them. And the best part, you can even impersonate this user and log in as them. And for that, all you gotta do is to click on this three dots icon and you have an option that says impersonate user. So let's say you opened it up, and if you click on this button right here, your application will be opened with that particular person authenticated, or let's say logged in. So that's also one cool feature right within Clerk. And again, here we have all these options like organizations, the new billing feature that is subscriptions, and you can also configure all other settings and customize the login form and do all that stuff. Okay, so if you want to, you can explore Clerk. And again, the easiest way to add authentication into your project is Clerk. Okay, it's as easy. Even if you're using AI or not, you can just copy a couple lines of code and you should be good to go. Anyway, choice, I'll go ahead and log in this environment as well. So let me go ahead and select the email, click continue. So there you go. So we are now logged in, and here we have the user profile icon. Great. So far we have created a landing page and also implemented authentication using Clerk. And next up, we'll go ahead and implement the actual functionality of generating images using AI. And for that, you need to go ahead and sign up on platform.openai.com. And after that, you will have to load some credits into your account. So only if you add some credits in your OpenAI platform account, you'll be able to use the API and start using it. So first thing, all you gotta do is to log into the same and click on this option that says API reference. And after that, if you scroll down, here you will find platform APIs. Then you will have to select images. And this right here is the documentation for using the GPT Image 1 model. And again, as we are creating a React based project, I'll select it as Node. So here you have a couple of options like Clerk, Python, and Node.js. For now, I'll keep it as Node.js. And next up, it's pretty simple. You can go ahead and let's say copy this entire stuff from here. I'll copy it. Okay, all the way, let's say till here. I can copy the entire content. I'll simply copy it. And now I'll head back to Lovable and I'll go ahead and say, all right, so everything works. Next up, let's just go ahead and implement the actual functionality of generating images using AI. So below I have attached the API snippet from OpenAI documentation. Follow the docs and implement the functionality of generating an image from scratch by giving a text prompt and also uploading an image and making edits as well. So Aqua has filled in everything nicely for us. And now I'll go ahead and paste the content that we copied earlier from the documentation section right here. So I can now go ahead and click on the send button. In which ways, let's go ahead and wait till it is done. So Lovable says, I'll implement the functionality for generating images using the OpenAI API, including both text to image generation and image editing capabilities. And that is exactly what we wanted. It also said, let's create a comprehensive solution with a clean UI. Okay, so we'll go ahead and wait till it is done. And before that, we will obviously need the API key, right? For that, you can head over to this page right here and then click on this the settings icon right here. And you can click on API keys. And next up, you need to create a new API key. And doing so is pretty simple. Click on this option that says create new secret key. And I'll name it, let's say, image gen. Select the default project for now and click on create secret key. And now it will give you this API key and you can copy the same and use it later. Okay, so here we have generated the API key. Now let's head back and let's see. Okay, we'll wait till it is done, and after that we can add the API key. All right, so it's done, and it says I've created a complete image generation solution with both text to image and image editing capabilities. And now I can find a button that says generate images. And if I click on that one, there you go. But the thing is, we actually have the option to, mask image. Okay, we have the option to upload image, generate an image from scratch and all that. But the problem is that the user has to bring in their own API key and add the same and use it. And that is the kind of approach that the AI has suggested to use for now. But we actually want to use our own API key and then charge the users to, let's say, generate images. So that is basically what I'm trying to do. And I guess if I want to implement that, I'll have to set up Supabase so that it can set up edge functions so that we can fire up a request and use our own API key, right? And for that, all you gotta do is to head to supabase.com or click the link in the description below and sign up for a new account. And now once signed in, go ahead and go to your dashboard and we will go ahead and create a new project. So I'll click on this new project button right here and I'll give the name as, let's say, AI image generator itself. Give it a password, select a location closest to the user and click on this create a new project option. And again, Supabase is free too. So you can go ahead and create a new project and use it without paying for anything. In which ways it says setting up the project and it will take a while. So I'll wait till it is done. So our project is almost done. So database and storage is done, and real-time and edge function is in progress. In which ways we'll head back to Lovable, and now we need to connect this Supabase project to the app that we're building. And doing so is pretty simple. All you gotta do is to click on this button right here. And now first up, if this is your first time, you will see an option to authenticate and authorize Supabase. So you go ahead and click on that button, sign in using Supabase. And once that's done, you'll be able to see all these projects that you have within your Supabase organization. So here I have created this Astro Joseph organization and I have selected the same. And if you want to add a different one, you can click on this button again and select a different organization. And as you can see here, I have the newly created AI image generator project that I created in Supabase. So what I'll do is I'll click on this connect button right here and again connect, and let's wait. Okay, so it says connected and I can close this for now. All right, so okay. All right, so Supabase is now connected to our project, in which ways we'll wait till the entire project is set up. We need the edge functions feature, so we will wait till it is done and then we can go ahead and try to implement the API part correctly. All right, so all of this is ready and our project is good to go. And next up, we can go ahead and ask Lovable to restructure the project such that we'll be using our own API key and we will let users to use our API key and later we will charge them. So I can go ahead and say, I want to modify the app such that the users does not really want to bring their own API key. I will provide you with an API key and later we will be charging from the users for using the feature. So basically I want to use my API key and let the users generate images. So yeah, that's what I want to do for now. And now I can go ahead and hit enter and let's see. All right, so it says I'll modify the application to use a centralized API key instead of asking users to provide their own. This is a common approach. Okay, managing API keys cost yourself. Okay, sounds good. So let's wait. All right, so right now it says now we need to set up your own API key for the Supabase edge function to use. So that is the reason why we went ahead and linked the Supabase project. So that part is done. And next step, I'll head back to the OpenAI platform and copy the generated API key, head back to Lovable, and I can find a button that says add API key. I'll click the same, paste my API key in here, and I can click on the submit button. So it says API key added successfully. All right, so hopefully if I head over to my project, click on edge functions and secrets, I should now find my OpenAI API key. And as you can see here, we have the OpenAI API key and it is secured and stored in here. And now, okay, add it to the Supabase project. Let's implement the changes to use the secret API key through Supabase edge function. All right, so let's wait. So it says I've modified your app to use your centralized OpenAI API key through the Supabase edge function. So if I head back, I should find the edge function and there you go. Here we have generate image and now it's moment of truth. We are going to test to see if all these features work. So I'll refresh it once. And first up, we'll begin by turning a text into an image. So we will give a simple prompt, a photo of a cute little golden retriever puppy. Okay, all of that looks good. Leave it. And I'll click on the generate image button and let's see what happens. Maybe I can inspect element and open the console. All right, so generation is in progress. All right, so there you go. Here we have an image of a puppy and the AI text to image generation feature is now working. So I can download the image and there you go, it works. And next up, we need to try to, let's say, upload an image and give the option to giblify the image or turn it into an action pack figure kind of a photo. And for that, I can go ahead and upload a source image. So I'll click this button right here and select the photo. So this right here is the photo that I want to turn it into a giblified version. So I can click on this open and I can go ahead and say giblify this image. And now, okay, if you want to add a mask image, you can add that in here. But for now, this looks good. And I'll select it as square and now click on edit image and let's see what happens. So it says edge function returned a non-2's, okay, XX status code. So we have some error in here. So I can head back to Lovable and I can go ahead and say, when I upload an image and give a prompt and click on the generate image option, I get the following error. And now I'll paste the same in here and click on enter. And now the AI should hopefully go ahead and fix that problem. All right, so let's wait. So the AI is saying, looking at the logs of the edge function, I can see the error, response format or unknown parameter. So this suggests that OpenAI API is rejecting one of the parameters we're sending. So let's fix the edge function implementation. All right, so let's wait. All right, so it seems like the AI has fixed the problem. So I went ahead and copy pasted the documentation and passed that again to the AI, and it referred to it, and hopefully everything works now. So maybe I can open it up in a new tab and click on the refresh button once, and I'll move over to the edit image section. And first of all, I'll select the image. So here we have the image, and next step I can go ahead and say giblify this image, and all I gotta do is to click on this edit image button. So hopefully now our app will use the GPT Image 1 model to turn it into a Ghibli style, or let's say Ghibli styled image, and show a preview on the screen itself. And user should also hopefully find an option to download the same as well. If not, we will go ahead and ask the AI to add that. In which ways, we'll wait for it to complete processing the image, and let's see. All right, so there you go. Here we have the image and also a toast message saying image edited successfully. And as you can see, all right, so there you go. Maybe I can open the preview of the original image. So this writer is the original image, and this writer is the Ghiblified version of the same. And to be honest, it actually looks good. Next up, let's just go ahead and try to create an action pack figure kind of a photo. And for that, first up, I'll give this prompt right here, which asks the AI to create a full body action figure in its original window box packaging and all the attached, accessories and all that stuff. And next up, I can go ahead and select a random photo. So this right here is the photo that I'll upload for now. And now I'll go ahead and click on the edit image option. And okay, let's wait for the AI to process the same, and I'll see you afterwards. All right, so it says the image is generated successfully, and there you go. All right, so maybe I can download the photo and open it up. So this right here is the image that the AI has created, and this is a nice action pack figure kind of a photo. And we have all the accessories that we asked for, including a MacBook, camera, smartphone, and a pen. And here we have me. Okay, so retro colors, Astro K Joseph limited edition to the top, and all of that works. So the core functionality of our app is now working. So the users can go ahead and give a prompt and turn it into an image, or even upload an image and Ghiblify it, or turn it into an action pack figure kind of a photo. And all of that is working, right? Not just that, the users can go ahead and ask to create any sort of image by uploading any image, and everything will work. So far, we went ahead and created a landing page, implemented full user authentication, and also our image generation and editing capabilities are working as well. And next up, we need to create a history section within our app and make sure we store all the generations, okay? Whatever be that images that we create, we need to store it in a Supabase, let's say image storage bucket. And we also need to create a database for storing all that info. And for that, I can head back to Lovable, and I'll go ahead and say, I want to store and display all the images that the user creates using AI nicely in a page at /history. And also a small widget, or let's say a gallery kind of a widget in the image editor page as well. Okay, so this is the prompt that I want to give, and I can go ahead and hit enter. So this right here is the prompt I'll give. So basically what happens is that we need to create a database and also a storage bucket to store all these, let's say, images. And as you can see, it is asking us to first create a database table to store the user generated images. So it is creating a new table, then it is creating a couple of these RLS policies, and we'll go ahead and click on this apply changes options for now. All right, so let's wait. All right, so it says now that we created the database table, I'll implement the image history feature. This will include updating the image generation services to save images to the database, create a history page to display saved images, adding a gallery widget, and all that. Okay, let's wait. All right, so seems like it's done, but we also see this build unsuccessful error right here. So I'll try to fix it. All you gotta do is to click on this try to fix it button right here, and the AI will take care of it. In which ways, let's wait. All right, so seems like the error is now fixed, and I can now find a history option towards the top navigation bar. And here we have all images generated and edited. For now, it is blank. And if I click on generate images, here we have a recent images section as well. But the thing is, when I go to Supabase and click on storage, I don't see any buckets created. So it means we are not still storing this image. The AI might be planning to, let's say, give the image as it is and stores the image URL and display it. But what we actually want to do is to download the image that the user generated and save it to one of our buckets, storage buckets, and then display it. So I can go ahead and say, I want you to store the generated images in a Supabase bucket and then display it on our app. And now I can go ahead and hit enter. So basically that is how that is the internet functionality of our app. In which case, let's go ahead and implement this feature and I'll see you afterwards. So it is writing the code to create a new storage bucket. And now all I gotta do is to click on this apply changes option, and that should hopefully create the new bucket. Okay, let's see. And if I refresh, so there you go. Here we can find the AI images bucket, and right now it is empty. And next time onwards, whenever, let's say, we go ahead and generate a new image, the same should get stored in our bucket and nicely displayed on the app. So let's wait for the AI to complete coding the same. Finally, after a bit of back and forth with the AI, we now finally have this option where after we generate an image, the same will get saved into our database, and also the image is saved to a Supabase bucket. So as you can see, this right here is our app now. And if I click on this generate button, it should take us to this page right here. And whatever be that image that we generate using either of these options, all of them get saved to our Supabase bucket. So if I open our Supabase project and if I head to, let's say, storage, so here we can find a new bucket called as AI_images. And if I open up that, you can find a folder for each user with their user ID. And there you go. Here we can find all these images that has been generated under their account. And if I open the table editor and okay, so if I open this AI images table, I'm able to find all these entries in here as well. And now if I head over to the history page right here within our app, we should be able to find all these history of the images that we generated. And if we want to, we can click on this I button to view it and also download the same using this button right here. And now we can go ahead and save the image to our computer. So, and again, we also have another view option right within our history page. So as you can see here, we have grid view and also table view, all right? So this is how our app looks for now. And almost all the features that we asked for is now working exactly like the way we want to. And now let's just go ahead and say, let's say I want to generate an image, a futuristic sci-fi city. And I can click on the generate image option. And now the thing is, after we generate every image, our website or the app will go ahead and create the entry in the database and also store the same in the bucket. So almost all images that we create and edit are preserved. So the user, if they go back to the history section, they'll be able to view all these images. So now the thing is, the users can generate Ghibli styled images, action-packed figure kind of images, or any sort of images with just a press of a button. So almost all features are working. In which ways, let's wait for the AI to load this image right here and we can see if everything is working as expected. All right, so there you go. It says image generated successfully and image saved successfully. And here we have this futuristic sci-fi city. So the image is there. And if I want to download it, I can click on this download button. And okay, so this right here is the image, right? And if you don't want to save the image to your, let's say, history section, you can disable this option right here. We have options for that as well. And if I head over to the history section now, and if I refresh, I should be able to see the updated image. So there you go. So this right here is the futuristic sci-fi city. I can view it, I can download it and also delete it. So almost all these features that we asked for is working right now. And next up, the important thing that we need to configure is obviously payments. More specifically, payments using Stripe. So far we went ahead and created a landing page, implemented full-fledged user authentication system using Clerk. Then we incorporated the AI image generation capabilities to our app using GPT Image 1 model from OpenAI. And finally, we are now storing all these images into a storage bucket and also into a database. And now pretty much all of that is working. The history pages are working. And next up, we can go ahead and try to incorporate payments into our app, or let's say monthly recurring subscription model payment into our app using Stripe. And for that, I'll go ahead and put the cursor in here and invoke Aqua, and I can go ahead and say, I want to incorporate recurring payments using Stripe. So our app will have 3 plans. The first is going to be the free plan, which allows like 5 image generations and edit. Next up, the pro plan that allows 25 image generations and edits. And then we have a pro plus plan that allows like 500 image edits and uh, generations. So that is nicely filled up for me. And now I can go ahead and say free plan $0 per month, and we can say pro plan is going to be, let's say, $10 a month, and finally let's say pro plus plan is going to be, let's say, $50 a month. So basically these are all the plans that we want to include. So free plan $0 a month, pro plan $10 a month, and pro plus plan, that is like $50 a month. And I can now go ahead and hit enter, and let's see. So it says to implement subscription system with Stripe, we need to set up Stripe integration with Supabase, create a subscription system with different tiers, update our pricing sections to connect these plans. First, I'll need your Stripe secret key to configure the integration. So please enter it in here. So I need to get my Stripe secret key. So all you gotta do is to go ahead, head over to stripe.com and sign up for a new account. And once you create a new sandbox, towards the right side here, you will be able to find these API keys. So in this case, here we have both the publishable key and the secret key. So basically you go ahead and create an account, and after that you'll be prompted, or let's say shown a pop-up box to enter your, let's say, testing, let's say the business name and all that details. And after you create, you'll be redirected to this dashboard right here, and you can copy your secret key just like that. And now I'll head back to Lovable, and I can click on this add API key button. And here they're asking us to enter the Stripe secret key. So I'll enter the same and click on submit, and let's see. So Lovable is now going to create a new table called as user subscriptions, and saving all these details and creating some indexes and RLS policies. I can click on apply changes, and let's see. And now while that is being done, we can go ahead and create all these plans within Stripe. So once you log into your Stripe dashboard, towards the left side, you will find a bunch of these options, and to add all these plans. So in this case, free, pro and pro plus, all you're gonna do is to click on this product catalog button right here. And this is where you can add all the plans and pricing. I'll click on this option that says create product, and the name is going to be, let's say, pro. And okay, description, all of that looks good. And we can set it up for, let's say, $10 a month. So billing period is going to be monthly. All of that looks good. And I can click on add product button. And similarly, we'll go ahead and create the pro plus plan as well. So pro plus, and it is going to be like $50 a month monthly. I'll click on add product. So there you go. Here we have both pro and pro plus. And if you click on one of these plans, and if you click on this three dots icon right here, you'll be able to copy the price ID, and here you also have the product ID. So we will need the price ID, in which case we'll stop right here and we'll head back to Lovable and see what it does. And I guess hopefully after this, we'll need to supply the price ID and all of the details and ask the AI to sort of integrate Stripe successfully. And we'll also need to create a webhook using, let's say, Supabase Edge function so that every time a user purchases a subscription, Stripe will notify our app, and we can update the required changes in our database so that the user will be able to instantly access, higher plan limits and all that. In which case, let's wait. All right, so seems like that's done, and it has added 3 subscription tiers. They are free, pro and pro plus with different usage limits, Stripe checkout for paid plans, usage tracking for image generations and edits, subscription status verification and management. And next up, it is asking you will need to set up your actual price IDs in the Stripe dashboard and update them in the Edge function. After that, users will be able to subscribe to your plan and enjoy appropriate usage limit. But I'll head over to Stripe, and I can go ahead and copy the price ID. So this is for the pro. These are the price IDs. And now I can go ahead and say pro. I'll paste the price ID. Then I can, let's say, go ahead and put it as pro plus. Okay, heading back, products, pro plus, and I'll copy the price ID, head back and paste it in here. By default, the users have to be in the free plan. I have not created a Stripe plan for the same, as it is not required. Okay, and now I can go ahead and say also let us configure the webhook as well. Walk me through the process. And now I can go ahead and hit enter, and let's wait. So it says let's first update the pricing section to use these specific price IDs and then create a webhook handler. Sounds good. Let's wait. Alright, so it says price IDs has been updated, and next up we need to set up the Stripe webhook, and it is telling us to go to Stripe dashboard, click on add endpoint, and for the endpoint URL use your Supabase add function URL. So in this case this is this one right here, so I can copy the same, copy it. Now head back to Stripe, and now I can click on this developers button towards the bottom left corner and click on this option that says webhooks, and all I gotta do is to click on add destination. And now I need to listen to a couple of these events, and it is also mentioned here. So customer.subscription created, updated and deleted. So customer dot sub created, deleted and also updated. And next up we also need to get invoice.payment failed. Can head back and search for invoice. Invoice.payment failed, right? So that is also done. And now all you gotta do is to click on continue, and now select the option as webhook endpoint, click continue and paste the endpoint URL that we copied from here for protection. And now I can go ahead and let's say click on create destination, and let's wait. Okay, now that's done. And after you create the webhook, towards the right side you'll be shown an option called a signing secret, and now I can reveal it, and you need to copy this one, so I'll copy the same. And next up Lovable is asking me to enter the same in our Supabase project. We need to head back to Supabase and click on this option that says edge functions, and now click on secrets. And here I need to create a new one, so I can click on this. I'll paste the secret in here first of all, and then I need to create the name as Stripe webhook secret. I'll copy the same and paste it in here, click on save. So Stripe webhook secret, so that's added. And now I can go ahead and say I have created a webhook in Stripe and add the Supabase URL and selected all these events as well. And then I copied the Stripe webhook secret and then pasted it in the Supabase project as well. Let's hit enter. Alright, so payments using Stripe is now working, and then I went ahead and asked the AI to create a plan management section and also to add a manage subscription link to the navbar. So here you can find a subscription button and show the current plan in the image generation dashboard as well. So as you can see right now we are in the free plan. As you can see here we have the available credits limit and also the tag that says it is a free plan. So here I have opened up in full screen. So there you go. And now if I click on the subscription button right here, I'll be able to see the subscription management page where I can find the current plan and also the usage statistics as well. And now if I head back to the home page and if I click on this get pro button right here underneath this pricing box right here. So here we have three options, that is free, pro and pro plus. So let me try upgrading to the pro plan and let's see if our Stripe integration is working. So I can click on this get pro button right here and it says loading. So let's wait. So it has now redirected us to the Stripe payments page, and here the email is automatically filled in for me. And now as you can see, subscribe to pro, $10 a month. I'll select the card option and put the test card details in here, which is 42424242 042 and maybe 242. Put my name and I'll click on the subscribe button. So hopefully the payment will go through and the webhook will be triggered and the subscription status will be updated. So there you go, the payment is now successful. Alright, so as you can see, our subscription payment using Stripe is now working, and as soon as I completed the payment for the pro plan, here everything is updated. Your subscription will renew on June 9, 2025, and here we have the usage statistics and all that. And if I click on this refresh button, all of these details will be refreshed. And the cool thing is, if I head back to Stripe and if I click on the subscriptions option right here, as you can see, if I go to transactions, there you go, here we can find the $10 transaction that we just now created. So all of that is working. So here we have the username, email and all that, and pretty much everything works, right? And now if I head back to our app, and as you can see we are in the pro plan, and if I click on this generate button right here, it says pro plan in here and 25/25 credits. everything works, right? So Stripe payments are now working. And now maybe I can go ahead and let's say generate an image and see if the statistics are updating accordingly. For example, I can go ahead and say a cute kitten, and now I'll generate the image. All right, so there you go. The image is now generated, and here we have a image of a cute kitten. And now what happened behind the scenes is that we used the OpenAI API to generate the image and then stored it into our storage bucket right within Supabase, added an entry into database, and then we will also update the available credits in the table as well. So as you can see, it now says 25 on 25. And now if I go ahead and refresh this page, it will get updated to 24/25. And now if I go to Supabase and if I go to, let's say, database and okay, table editor, and as you can see, okay, generation used, as you can see, the same is updated in here. It says generation used as 1. And now if I head back and if I refresh, as you can see, it says 24 on 25, and the recent image is appearing in here as well. And I can click on this button right here to view it and even download the same. So all these features that we asked for is now working on our app. And now if you go to the subscription management page right here, as you can see, it says pro plan, and here in the usage statistics section, the same is updated here as well. Image generation used 1, limit is 25, and remaining is 24. So pretty much all the features that we asked for is now working within our app. And if I head over to the history section right here, as you can see, here we can find all these images, and if I want to, I can download the same. And now if I head back to the let's say storage and click on this AI images storage bucket, and if I click on this username right here I'll be able to find all these let's say images that we have generated using AI as well. So pretty much all the feature that we asked for is working. And now if I want to, I can go ahead and let's say sign out of this account right here, and maybe I'll try to sign up using a different account. So I'll go ahead and let's say select this account right here. So there you go, I'm now logged in, I guess. Okay, so there you go. Here I'm now logged in to my different account, and I can click on this manage account button to change all these email address, connected accounts, find all the places from where I'm logged in, and all other details. All of that is working. And now if I open the history section, as you can see, if I click on this refresh button, it doesn't work because we have not really created any image from this account right here. Or maybe I can head back to the home page and let's try to subscribe to the pro plan. I can click on this get pro button right here. Let's see. Hopefully it should now redirect us to the Stripe checkout page. There you go. So it has redirected us to Stripe checkout. I'll select the card option, putting the dummy card data 424242 2442, maybe, yeah. The name, I'll click on subscribe, and let's see. It says processing. Okay, the payment is now successful and we are redirected back to our app. So it says verification successful. So there you go. Subscription successful. Thank you for subscribing to the pro plan. Your limits, monthly generation is 25, monthly edits is 25 as well. And now if I go to the generate page, there you go. So pro plan 2525, and now I can go ahead and enter a prompt and generate an image or upload an image and turn it into a Ghibli styled image, or let's say a action pack figure kind of a photo, or let's say create any kind of photo that is supported in the GPT Image 1 model. So everything is done. So all the feature that we asked for is now working within our app, and we used Lovable for creating the app from the ground up. So here we have the full preview and all other details. And now finally one step that is left is obviously publishing and making this website or the app that we created live on the internet. And doing so is pretty simple. All you gotta do is to click on this publish option right here, and here you can select a domain. So for now this looks good, and now all I need to do is to click on this publish button right here. Okay, publish. So there you go, project updated, published, project updated. Okay, so if I visit this URL right here, I should be able to visit the app that we created, and now it is hosted. All right, so there you go. Here we have the app that we created using AI and everything works. And now I can click on the sign up button right here and create an account. And this component is implemented using Clerk. And now if you want to, let's say, incorporate authentication into your app, whether you're using AI to build it or let's say you are manually building it by hand, the best option would be to use Clerk, because you can just go ahead and create a new project, grab a couple lines of code, add it into your project, and you already have a full-fledged user authentication system. So that's how simple and powerful this Clerk user management thing is. And now recently they also introduced the subscriptions feature that allows you to set up billing. You can go ahead and start collecting payments from the customers as well. Obviously you will need a Stripe account. You can connect it and start charging your customers as well. So all these features are now working on the app that we developed, and pretty much everything works. So basically we went ahead and created an app entirely from scratch, which includes authentication using Clerk, and then we incorporated Stripe payments, and we added a couple of plans, and then we used Supabase for implementing a database and also the storage solution, and then we incorporated OpenAI's GPT Image 1 AI model, and we built the entire thing using Lovable. So this is how simple and powerful it is. And now all you need to do is to go through the resources, links to the resources in the description below, and follow along, and you can create such kind of SaaS products. And just for demonstration purpose, I created a AI image generation kind of a SaaS, just because the Ghibli style images and let's say action pack figure kind of images are trending. So the flow is pretty simple. You go ahead and give the instructions as to exactly what you want to build, what are the features to be included, what are the services to use, and you can give all that to an AI tool like let's say Lovable, and Lovable will create the entire project for you. And once done, if you want to, you can click on this button right here and connect to GitHub and add this project to your GitHub account as well. So you have options for that too. Okay. So this is how simple it is. So I hope you guys found this video useful. If yes, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.